Hi, my name is Gabrielle Fomby, and this is my project on concepts of social inequality around Louisville, Lexington, and Southern Indiana. So, as the introduction, I wanted to choose these pictures that were meaningful and showed different diversity throughout Louisville, Lexington, and Southern Indiana. I wanted to be able to show that there are social inequality concepts that we walk by every day, even though we may not even realize it. Because I know for me, I realized after doing the project that these concepts are all around me, and I don't even realize it when I'm walking by these things every day. My first topic, or my first word, is achieve status. This billboard is in Lexington, Kentucky. It's on New Circle Road. I pass it every time I'm on my way to church when I am at home in Lexington. And I chose this billboard because it shows the status that the people had to get to where they are today. It's advertising an injury law firm, and it even has that $6 million on it. So it's also trying to show you that they can get you this amount of money, but that means that they're also achieved individuals as well. And the woman on the billboard is actually the mother of one of my friends, and I remember her talking to us about all the things that she had to do to get to where she is, as she's respected in the law community and in Lexington in general. She was talking about how she had to keep her grades up, study really hard for her LSAT, do well in law school, and then study really hard for the bar and things like that. So there are things that she had to do to get to this achieved status. My next one is power. I have a picture of Chase Bank. This is on Bardstown Road here in Louisville. I chose this picture of a bank as power because banks have the influence, and they have influence over the outcome of people's lives. They can say if they want to give you a loan or not, or if your credit score is too low in order to get a loan, things like that. And then I also chose this bank because there are larger things that we may not see playing out right in front of us that are influencing the power of the banks as well. So the next one is socialization. I took a picture of this church. This is not my church. This is the St. James Catholic Church on Edenside Avenue in Louisville. I chose this church as an example of socialization because just in general, you are going to act differently in certain spaces, and I think a church is a good example of how people may act differently when they come into a certain space. So specifically, this place is sacred, so someone may act or talk or even dress differently than they do on a regular basis. Like for me, for example, on a regular day in the summer, I may not wear the same thing that I would to church just because I may want to dress more modest, and there are certain things I know that I can't do with inside the church. So working class, I got this picture of some people working on a house on as I was on my way to the Highlands to take some more pictures. Basically, the working class is just people that they typically work hourly wage and usually are doing hands-on work, so like construction and things like that. So yes. Here is a symbol of a flag that was in the Carver Center, and it's called the Progress Pride flag. And this symbol is representing different groups of people. It represents people that are part of the LGBTQ plus community, but also those of color that are within that community. I know we've talked about intersectionality within this class, so that kind of shows also the intersectionality between different ways that people identify themselves as, and the different colors also mean, especially specifically within this space of the Carver Center, allyship and just wanting people to know that everyone is welcome no matter their background or what they identify as. My next one is upper class. This is in New Albany, which is in Southern Indiana, right across the bridge. You can tell that these houses are new because it says, new home, so there's new development there. You can tell that the greenery and the lawn is kept up. It's got pretty spacious houses. So typically people that live in these spaces are going to be on the wealthy side. And these neighborhoods are able to provide safer environments, better schools typically and overall better opportunities for individuals within this class. It is common for people to overlook like the working class or the lower class, unfortunately, but they help our community. So a lot of people instantly may draw their attention to the upper class and things like that, but all classes work together to help build our community. So multiculturalism, this picture was taken on Bardstown Road. I've got the Bep Tea House, Kiwami, and I've got Uptown Cafe, and all three of these restaurants serve different types of foods, and I think this offers and shows the diversity that's within Louisville, even though they're right next to each other. Let's see, the Bep Tea House sells things like boba, and then Kiwami sells things like ramen, and then the Uptown Cafe is just it's some sort of cuisine, new American cuisine. So you can see the diversity within the things that these restaurants sell, even though they're all right next to each other, and you can just see that there are options and there's a variety for people to choose from when they want to go out to eat or shop or do whatever they want to do. So for stratification it's the ranking of entire groups of people that perpetuates unequal rewards and life chances. So this picture is actually, I took this picture not even a mile away from the upper class picture that I have in the presentation that was a couple slides ago, and it just kind of shows how even though these homes are not even a mile away, the vast difference in the way that the homes look, how they're structured, things like that. So this is a 1-story home, and it's kind of sitting by itself, not really much development around it. And then in the upper class home, it was by other homes and it was bigger. It was nicer looking. I can't speak, for the inside, because this home may also be nicer looking on the inside as well. But it's clear that, this home is not as new as the other one in the upper class slide. This is my race picture. This is actually a picture of my family at church on Easter. And clearly you can tell in the picture that we are all black. There are we do have some mixed race people in our family of black and white, and also some lighter skinned people, but essentially we are all black. And even to show race is not just about the color of our skin, but also we have similar experiences because we are black, and so we're able to connect on these different experiences. And especially because we have some seniors in our family, they're able to tell us about their experiences growing up compared to the experiences that me and, say, my boyfriend and his cousins may have as well. This is linguistic reclamation. So this is also a picture taken at our church at Centennial Olivet Baptist Church. And so this picture is a picture of my cousin and sister-in-law doing dishes after we had some food to celebrate Easter. So this is the same day. And I wanted to show this picture because it kind of shows that women typically, are expected, or society has said that women are expected to, stay in the kitchen and do those quote unquote womanly duties, and that's what they're supposed to do. But instead of this kind of being a thing where, women go be in the kitchen, it's where they wanted to do this and help out and give back to our church after they have done so much for us. And so, they took back kind of like the negative connotation around girls and what they're supposed to do, and then they turned it into something positive, and it was just a bonding moment, and it was really nice. And in conclusion, as I said before, I learned that the sociology concepts are around me all the time, and I may see things that I notice on a regular day-to-day basis, but now kind of looking around town and looking around, Lexington and Southern Indiana through a sociological lens, I've come to realize that I do take some things for granted, and I think it's beautiful that there are all these concepts, around me, and I think going forward that I'll be able to recognize and appreciate these different things more, especially when I see something, that may promote unfairness, kind of like the stratification and things like that. Just being aware and not ignorant to my own privileges. Thank you.